All right, we are going to do an extra tricky challenge subtraction algorithm now. In this problem, we're going to have to do quite a bit of borrowing. So 5,042 take 2,161. 5,042 is a larger number than 2,161, so we can do it. It's just that in our tens, 4 tens, we're not going to be able to take away 6 tens. And in our hundreds, we've actually got no hundreds in 5,042. So we're not going to be able to take away 100 without doing some trading. Right, we'll start in our ones so that we can borrow up if we need to. 2 take 1, we can do. Right, 4 tens take 6 tens. Can't do that. Now, this is where we run into a little bit of trouble. Normally, we would go over to our hundreds, but as you can see in this number, there is no hundreds. So it's like we're going to have to do a double borrow. So imagine the tens have gone next door to the hundreds and said, can I borrow 100 from you? They say, no, I have no hundreds. So hundreds is now going next door to the thousands. So from our 5,000, we're going to make this 4,000. And we're going to take 1,000, so basically 10 of our hundreds, over into the hundreds column. Okay, I can't go straight from thousands to tens. I can't skip past the hundreds. So I've taken 1,000 into the tens. Now that I've got 10 tens instead of 0 tens, I can change my 10 tens to 9 tens and bring one of those, my 10 hundreds to 9 hundreds, and then I can bring one of those over here to the tens. Right, now, just to recap what we've done. We've taken 1,000 from the 5,000 into the hundreds. Then I ended up with 10 hundreds. Then once I had 10 hundreds, because 10 hundreds is the same as 1,000, once I had 10 hundreds, I could take one of those hundreds into my tens. So now I end up with only 4,000s, 900s, and 14 tens, which 14 tens would be the same as 140. So now what I'm basically doing is 140 take 60. And that gives me 8. Right. If I had have come over into my hundreds initially, I would have been trying to do 0 take 1, which I wouldn't have been able to do. But we have already borrowed from the thousands. So now I've actually got 900s here. 9 take 1 I can do, which is 8. And then in my thousands, I've got 4,000s left. Take away 2,000s gives me 2,000. So my final answer is 2,881. Okay, lots of borrowing and regrouping and shuffling of our number had to happen there. But as long as you remember that you can only borrow from one number up. So from my tens, I could only go to my hundreds. From my hundreds, I could only go to my thousands. So I had to go take my 5,000 into my hundreds first, and then I could borrow into my tens. That's what you have to do if there is a 0.